Welcome to the first episode of Bullion, Brew, and Barbecue. So it's time to prep the ribs. I got some spare ribs this time. Normally I get the St. Louis cut, but we're going with spare ribs. Couldn't find any St. Louis cuts. So you want to clean off the ribs, give them a good rinse in the sink, and then you want to pat them dry. After you do that, you want to remove the membrane, which is this part right here. I like to stick a knife under, just pry it up a little bit where the bone is, until I can get a finger in there. Peel that off. Once you get that off, you're ready for trimming. I don't really trim these very much. Get this off. Then it's time to season them. Doing 2 racks of ribs today. One with a St. Louis rub and one with a Memphis rub. You want to get a nice coating. Always keep one hand clean and one hand is you could use to flip the ribs. Then do the same to the other. So I like to use a couple different types of wood. Oak and apple are my 2 favorite combos. But today I'm using hickory and apple. Once you get that to a nice roaring fire, now you can close the lid all the way since you already have that nice draft built up. And right there we got a nice clean smoke. It's not a white smoke, it's nice and clean. You want a nice clean clear smoke. So I like to cook at about 225 to 275. 250 is perfect. So right now we got it over. So we let that wood burn down and it'll settle about 250. So now that we have the temp settled just above 300, we're going to go ahead and put our ribs on, because when you open the lid you're going to lose some heat anyway. And now for the fun part. So today's brew is Too Juicy, and it's brewed by Two Roads Brewery. Too Juicy is an unfiltered, cloudy, New England style double IPA. And let's give it a try. Can is pretty cool. Presentation, I like it. I smell a slight citrus. Smells really good. So I definitely taste the citrus. It's not over citrusy though. I like that. I think it's a well blended beer. It doesn't have overpowering of anything. You taste a little of everything, a little pine on the back, but just the right amount of everything. This is definitely a beer I would recommend. So Two Roads is located in Stratford, Connecticut. You could check out their website, tworoadsbrewing.com. So now the first 20 minutes is up, so I'm going to go ahead and spray the ribs with the apple juice, apple cider mixture. Alright, so I got my sticker out. For those of you who I promised I would be sending them out, I got my envelopes and my stamps. Took me a few days to get them, but nonetheless, I got them. And they will be shipped out first thing Monday morning. And the thing I want to talk about today is finding precious metals. How difficult it is right now to find them, and how quickly they sell out when they're there. So, as you know, if you watched my last video on the update for the Inefficient Stacker Gold Challenge, I had seen exactly what I wanted. It got in stock. I said I was going to wait till this weekend to go ahead and make my purchase, and by that night it was sold out. I wanted to get a 1/10 maple, gold maple, and it's been out of stock at every place I've looked, and then Bullion had them, and I wasn't fast enough. That killed me. Not literally, but I guess right now at this time you have to jump on things. When you see it, if you knew you wanted it, you have to jump on it and get it. So now what do I get? Do I just wait and get what I want when it comes back in? Do I find something else? Because I found a few other things. They weren't high on my list, but they definitely are on my list. Today is Sunday, and the spot price for gold is $17.13, and spot price for silver is $15.14. At JM Bullion, they're as low price, which I do get because I'm a veteran. For the Silvertown silver round very design, I can get them for $18.13. $18.13. That seems to be the way to go if you're trying to stack for weight. Their 10-ounce silver bars are $181.30. which is not bad either. Not a bad price there too. 2020 Silver Eagles are still at $24.13. Talk about a high premium. I'm not willing to pay that right now. That's like a $9 premium. Let me know below if you're still stacking 2020 American Eagles at that price, when the Canadian Maple 2020 is only $21.63 as low price. So that's a huge difference. And they're available. So $21.63 or $24.13 with the American Eagle. I'm going to go with the Maples right now. That's if I'm stacking for weight and I want to get that low of a premium. But I definitely think right now is the time for me to stick with the Silvertown rounds. You know, I'm pretty new at stacking, so I'm trying to get my weight up. And at $18.13 per ounce, per troy ounce, that's the way to go. So I want to know down below. Let me know what you're stacking right now. Are you willing to pay those high premiums on those American Eagles? Even the 2020 Kookaburras are $21.93. So keep that in mind when you're stacking for weight. That premium price. So let's talk about gold a little bit more. I remember right before I made my first gold purchase, Nationwide Coin and Bullion Reserve, they had a special going on for 1/10 ounce American Eagles. They were like $160. Then I noticed they went up to $165, and before you know it, they were sold out. But I wasn't ready at the time to make my purchase. They still are out of stock. I wonder if they're gonna get them back in stock, and if they do, will they go back to that 160, 165 price? Will they be up higher? Will they drop down lower? Are they going to get a better price on them? Are they going to get a higher premium price? Yeah, we'll see. JCS Gold right now has the 1/10 for $208. And the one thing I like about JCS Gold is their price is their price. They don't have an as low price. They don't jack up their price. I noticed that they have one price, and it's always pretty competitive price. If you're looking to go quarter ounce, they have quarter ounce for $4.91. They don't have any fractional gold available as far as their maples go. They have the 1 ounce, but they don't have the quarter ounce or the 10th ounce available yet. So JM Bullion has the quarter ounce maple. Their as low price today is $4.73. They have available an Australian gold wedge tail eagle for $201. That's a 1/10 for $201. Kind of leaning toward that one right now, but I really want a 1/10 ounce maple, so I may just hold off, may keep going with the silver right now, and hopefully next week somebody will get some 1/10 ounce maples back in. And they got some 1/10 ounce South Korean gold, the Chiwoo Chi Wang, if that's how you say it. Those are $201.31 for 1/10 ounce, so that's not bad. But man, it's killing me. They had that 1/10 ounce maple at a pretty good price. I saw it as low as 196. Later on that day it went up to 197, and then before you know it, it was sold out. So the fire's back rolling again really nicely. Let's spritz the ribs a little bit, see what they look like. Don't mind that piece of pork right there. That's for something else we'll spotlight on a different episode. That's a pork tenderloin. Ribs aren't looking bad. What I like to use is what we call the 3-2-1 method. So I do 3 hours unwrapped with some smoke. Then I'll do 2 hours wrapped, and I put some honey, butter, and brown sugar in there. And then after I unwrap them, I glaze them with some sauce. You can keep them dried if you want, but once you put the honey, butter, brown sugar, they're not dry anymore. So then I glaze them for about an hour, but I really don't go by times anymore. I kind of go by the look. But that's just a start for those who are just starting smoking. So after your ribs have been smoking for approximately 3 hours, or until they're the correct color you like them, I like mine a mahogany red. You got to prep your tin foil for wrapping. I like to take 2 pieces, fold them together, and then open it up if I don't have big enough tin foil. But definitely I always use the heavy duty tin foil. And you take some brown sugar, put some brown sugar down. Don't use it all. Then you put down some honey. And then the next step is butter. Make sure you stock up on this stuff before you start getting things prepped up. It's nothing like having to run out to the store because you forgot to buy one of these items. I use about half a stick per rack of ribs, sometimes a little more. And now it's ready for the ribs. Alright, so I took the ribs off of the smoker. This is what we got. Nice little mahogany color. I like to put them face down. So then we're going to put a little bit more brown sugar. Kid Stallion, you cannot take any off of anything. They're not fully cooked anyway. So, you wouldn't eat that. So keep your little fingers off of them. Spread that out. More honey. put more butter on if you want. I'm not gonna. I think we have enough butter on the other side. And when it melts, it's gonna fall down onto this side anyway. And now to wrap them up. God bless you. And now back on for another 2 hours. All right, so now it's time to unwrap. Right here, I like to put a little bit more rub. Not much, just a little bit. And then about the last 20 minutes is when we put the sauce on. So now it's time to go ahead and glaze the ribs for about 20 to 30 minutes. Make sure you get it good coverage. So that'll stay in for another 20 to 30 minutes. All right, so here it is finished. Let's cut into it and see what it looks like. All right, look at that smoke ring. So that red around the edge, for those of you who don't eat barbecue, that's called a smoke ring. And that's what you want to see. So for as far as the 2 roads too juicy, I'm going to go ahead and give it 1, 2, 3, 4 Troy ounces out of 5. I definitely like the balance. Nothing was overpowering, very good. If you have any brews you want me to try or have on the show, send me an email at silverstallion1211@gmail.com. I'll definitely try to get a hold of it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next episode. So let's stack together. Silver Stallion galloping on out of here.